ink and tears. We sent text messages with lust, signed our marriage vows with trust, initialed our divorce papers with blood, because there was a death that day. See, the people that we were would never be the same. Everything we knew in those 4 years was changed. Up was down, but we just wanted down to be up. We wanted to smile, but we frowned because our pride was beat up. And when I left, it was tough. I didn't leave because of a lack of love. It's just that our life, it was rough. It had been more than a year since the last time we touched in bed. And it had been longer than that since the last time I felt that rush in my chest. I wanted you to be you, but you weren't. And you wanted me to be someone that I wasn't. We thought a problem could work itself out if it's left unspoken, but it doesn't. So we kept hitting the same potholes on our path through life. And we knew the way we were living was wrong, but we didn't know right. Sorry. You grew up the same way as I did, so we tried. But it's hard to accept that when we said I do, we lied. In front of our friends and family, we made a bond. But behind closed doors, we discovered that the knot, it was never tied. Our problems could have worked themselves out, but in all honesty, we just never tried. When I finally sat you down, stared straight into your eyes and said, I'm leaving, it was like the best part of me died. See, I couldn't face the rest. It felt like I delivered two to your chest and stopped the heart that beats in... Sorry, rewind. When I finally sat you down, stared straight into your eyes and said, I'm leaving, it was like the best part of me died. I couldn't face the rest. It felt like I delivered two to your chest and stopped the heart that beats in your chest. Sorry. In a perfect world, I'd sit you down, hold you in my arms, and tell you that I love you. But this world isn't perfect. And I'm not the one that did the creating. See, I'm awake and not dreaming, and this is reality. And in reality, you don't see my poetry as poetry. You never understood that by me understanding this made me so angry. You never understood that by saying you're wasting your time was so dangerous to us and to me, towards the support that a man needs, to mend a heart that bleeds, that bled for you. Nowadays, when I look into your eyes, I find the same pain that I find in mine. It's like I'm looking in a mirror, and it couldn't be more clear that what we're facing here is a cliche battle. It's heart versus brain. I guess I just want what we never had. I guess I just want to do right by my mom and dad, to give Ella her mom and dad, to feel pride and joy when she colors pictures of us holding hands instead of sad. See, I didn't want her to compare her life to the new age of TV shows. I wanted her to compare it to fairy tales and old Disney videos. I wanted her to see her mom as a queen and her dad as a king, herself as a princess and her home as a castle. I wanted her affliction to be more than a selfish divorce. And I'm not trying to feel regret, but I can't shake the remorse. I'm not trying to live in the past, but my future just seems off course. And when I met you, I knew you were an unmovable object. But I saw myself as that unstoppable force. So we clashed and we crashed, but somewhere inside a bit of passion came out. So we drank and we fought and made up, but the protection went untouched. And when you became pregnant, the partying stopped. And our mindsets were rocked, and we realized that our comments, while sober, just didn't amount to much. Before Ella came into our life, I got on one knee and asked you to be my wife. And I'm not saying it's a shotgun wedding, but the reasons why I asked and the reasons why you said yes weren't right. It wasn't for love and desire. It was because the idea of a family was worthy of a fight. But when we fought, we never made up that night. We never talked things out at sunrise because our pride just burned way too bright. I knew that divorce was hard on kids, but I learned how hard it is on the parents. The pressure to hold your life together is intense. You're looking out a window and you see the parking lot to your new apartment, and you close your eyes and just wish you could still see that white picket fence. So I had to put up these walls because I couldn't stop the pain in my chest. I couldn't convince myself that I gave it my best. I turned to drugs instead of my friends because the only one I trusted was my pen, only to learn that it was no longer talking to paper. And it's fitting because the writer's block that I was feeling summed up everything that was just nothing. I needed someone or something. I needed peace or relief. And if you ask me today if I moved on from the pain, I'd say I have. But if you read any poem in my notebook, you'll see that I haven't. Thank you.